Hi guys, I'm actually going to do my video live because I had 12 hours of doctor's appointments today in preparation for my surgery. So this week is week 254 and we are talking about raising non-pagan children. My daughter is a strange caveat to this in the fact that she was raised pagan. However, she does not proclaim to be pagan. In fact, if you ask her, she'll tell you she's Christian. My daughter went to a Christian school. However, when she was young, she had a very pagan upbringing. When we talked about the seasons and the turning of the wheel, we talked about S-spots and the moon phases. And my daughter could identify numerous gods from numerous pantheons. Not so much anymore, but she used to be able to. As she progressed, it was a caveat to my custody arrangement that my daughter go to a religious school. And at that religious school, they have religion class. However, it's from the Judaic Christian point of view. So my daughter went to a Christian school for the last 5 years, was a caveat to my custody. So as we move forward, we are to the point where she knows that I'm pagan, and she understands why I celebrate the things that I celebrate and why my husband celebrates the things that he celebrates, as he is also pagan. However, she's kind of this weird hodgepodge of Christian and pagan. Her biological dad is Christian. She believes in Christ, and she believes in the sacrifice of his life and the resurrection of him after death. And we have religious discussions, and I'm very careful to say, well, you believe that, other people believe this, here is what everyone else believes. I try very hard to never say anything negative. She's only 10, so at this point it's not something that I want to do to challenge my child's belief. We have conversations about, and this is what Jesus said, so are we going to follow the church or Jesus? So for me, it's really important that it's not necessarily an indoctrination, that she just believes this because the church believes this. I take my daughter to church should she desire to go. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. And sometimes my daughter wants to participate in pagan rituals, and I let her. So for me, I find that mandating a child to be one faith or another, whether it be Christian or pagan or Muslim or, whatever else, I find that makes them be in a box. And, a lot of us who are my age and older had, especially when we decided that we were pagan, had issues, undoing all of the things that we were taught was wrong, or were taught that we're daughter, and raising the other kids that I'm around, that know that I'm pagan and that they're not. That it's a constant conversation. No matter what your faith is, you still bleed the same color. And so we shouldn't hate one another for our belief system, or we shouldn't be judgmental of one another's belief system. I wouldn't want someone to come to my altar space and completely change it. And so my daughter has a cross because it makes her feel comfort. And my daughter says prayers to both God and that make her comfortable. Now, she's not going to do that out in public, but it's very hard for me because sometimes I see her doing things and saying things that I know are some of the reasons that I don't necessarily subscribe to Christianity. But her path is not my path. And so I make really conscious effort to remind myself that she needs to have her own questions and find her own answers. And it's not my place to tell her that she's wrong. As time goes on, she'll come to her own questions and her own answers, and she may end up being, a Satanist for whatever reason. And that's not my place to tell her what to be and what not to be. I can guide her, but there's a saying, and I don't remember the exact phraseology, but basically it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Well, I provide the water, and I allow her to drink from whatever puddle she prefers. So I will see you guys next week here on Starting Out Solitary.